Hi, it's Christine from the European Startup Association, and I'm here with Milan from Tap to Taste, and he's one of our members, one of the startups. We're super happy to have him on board, and he's currently in a different country, but originally there in Serbia. So he's going to tell you a bit more about him and about the company and why they started it. So over to you.
Thank you, Christine. So we are also very happy to be the member of European Association of Startups. Since we are the new startup on the stage, we have been founded in 2019, and we already have behind us two competitions. One of them was hugely successful. We didn't receive any of investments, but it was a huge moral boost for us to continue with to work on our startup in idea. It was actually like a proof that idea is good, and it works to continue working on it. So Tap to Taste is basically a web app which is usable in restaurants and hotels, bars, and similar industry. So it works that helps actually the guests and the waiters or the company to improve their operational process and to increase overall guest satisfaction. I'm a hospitality guy because I'm working for a couple of years in hospitality, especially in the management sector. So I can say that the service can overly affect the guest satisfaction when the guests are waiting for the service, and which is the moment where the guest actually deciding is it this good place to be. It's not only about the food, and it's overly about how they feel during their stay in the hotel or restaurant. So everything can affect that. So we got to this idea that people can get to the restaurant or they can be in their room and they don't need to wait for the waiter, or they don't need to wait for the menu. They can use their phones to check the offer, even to order, to call the waiter. They can even instantly translate the menu. It doesn't need additional support from the waiter, which happens that the waiter doesn't know 100 languages. So this will be maybe the helpful part in the application. So basically it works like a barcode. Barcode is it represents the number of the table, number of the room, or number of the sunbed. It doesn't matter. When you scan the code with your phone, it takes you directly to the web app, actually to our application. We made a web app because we think it's simpler to use it. It doesn't require any space on your phone. It's just you can easily scan it. You can take the menu, see what's on the menu. You can see the price in different currencies. You can see the allergens, description, detail. You can see the promotions. And just on a few clicks, in a few seconds, you can order your favorite meal or food. The waiter staff, they will receive your order, or the bar staff, whoever is preparing the food or the drink, and they can directly start preparing without having that gap between waiting for the waiter to come and waiting for the waiter to come back with your order. So it reduces the waiting moment about 60%, what we have been measuring and analyzing. So it has been proved as a very efficient tool. So we're not talking only about aesthetic and being cool using technology. It's also about how useful it is. In this moment, it's not integrated with the POS system because we want to make it simple with less options for people, because this is some kind of new technology for the people in restaurant. We are still using the conventional way, the conventional paper menus, and we think if not in this year, definitely in next year, it will be a standard. Even now, I can say huge companies like Marriott, even my company, they're making new standards. The new standard is, especially because this COVID situation, is to remove everything like the menus on the table, because everyone is touching the menu. So remove everything from the tables and make it digital. So I can say this is the moment where we see our way to go through the market, because this is, I'm sorry to say that this is a perfect moment, but unfortunately, I can say that this is a digital evolution. This situation
Yes.
is pushing us towards a digital world. So that's basically it about our app, and it's very simple to also navigate through it for the managers. So you don't need to, let's say, I always say, as faster as you are, it's better for you to increase your revenue. Let's say you print one menu with one prices, but the prices on the market for the products change. So that means that you need to quickly reprint your menu. It costs and takes time. So here you can, in just 5 minutes, change your menu, prices, offer, whatever you need. So that's from the management aspect. And for the guests, it's even easier. Just take a look at the menu and order.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. I think, yes, you're right. Everything is going the digital way. It was already anyway, but COVID pushed it a bit quicker, maybe. And what about your entrepreneurial journey? Any specific top tips that you can give entrepreneurs that they should look out for, or any specific characteristic they should have to avoid maybe challenges or to handle challenges easier than that you came across, just to give them a bit of support?
Yeah, definitely. Since this is also my first journey in the startup industry, or startup, I can say, story. Definitely, I have learned a lot being in this startup for 1 year. This is in May. It's officially 1 year as a startup. The team is most important. Why I'm saying that? Because even through the competitions, the mentors were telling us that it's good to have a great idea that can change the world, but if you don't have a good team to push that idea, the idea will stay just an idea on the paper. So definitely I would suggest to carefully pick up people who will be in the team, because we have been also through team transformation. It doesn't matter, for 1 year we had 2 transformations with our team members, because people's perception on the startup on the beginning and during the journey is very different. Expectations are higher, I would say, in the beginning, because this startup, how can I say, wave coming from the west towards the Europe East, was creating high expectations that people can become millionaires in just 2 years, or 3 years, maybe even earlier. But I can say that will not happen, because startup is a long journey. Sometimes it will take you maybe even 5 years. So you will need to have team members that can also follow your energy and your passion to be persistent in making that startup successful. Because most of the people coming startup, okay, great, we will do something and then we will be millionaires in 1 year. And then when that happens in a couple of months, that you have not earned anything, then the team start dividing, because we need to live from something, we need to earn money. But definitely I would say, don't count on money if you want to succeed. Definitely you will need to be patient and to work in the same time, something to earn for your life, also to invest in your startup. And also I would say timing is something that you will need to consider, because it's not time for every idea in this year. Let's say this digital menu has been existing from 2012, but still we don't see it anywhere in the world. Why? Because the timing was wrong. But that's the few tips I would like to share with other startup owners or founders, managers.
I think that's really valid points. Timing and team, finding the right team. Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you very much for giving us an insight about what you do and some tips for people. And we're looking forward to supporting you and the team in the future as well. And have a safe journey home when you're going back. Bye-bye.
Definitely. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.